Are you recording? What's up guys, Cameron Fous here in collaboration with Iconic and Fous for Trading. Today, I'm gonna get you to know me a little better with some Q&A. Let's do this. I blow dry my hair every day.
So why are you wearing
two different colored socks? If you live with me or if you've ever dated me before, you would know that I absolutely give zero fucks about my socks. Sometimes I have one inside out, sometimes regular side out, sometimes they're different colors. Zero fucks. Zing. We going to lunch, bruh? All right guys, so we are heading out to lunch at Camps Bay. Gotta get my whip out of the garage. Just wait till you see what we got down here in Cape Town. It's no joke. Hottest whip on the street.
How long do you want to keep this one in the car?
This peanut butter bag.
Yeah, that's there for like the
Um,
as far as I know.
Still smells alright. We'll keep it. Air freshener. All right, y'all. So yeah, we're in a VW Polo. But honestly, what sucks about traveling, this is the first time I've really rented a car longer term, being that I've been in Cape Town almost 3 months now, but it's about $1,000 per month to rent this thing. So in the US, you can get an actual pretty nice car for that, but here, it's a little bit more expensive. But let's get into the nitty gritty. We're gonna go down with the questions. First question was, yo, Fous, what happened to Fous 4 Part 3? This is by C. Wills. Obviously, you're not fucking following me on social media or anything because Fous 4 Part 3 dropped 3 months ago, brother. Next question by Nevi36. I'm probably gonna crash while we're doing this. How long did it take to find your niche in the market? I would say it took me about a year before I found my niche in the market, but like I said to a lot of people, it took me 3 years before I ever made any money in the stock market. That's because I was fucked up here and not thinking rationally and in trading. The only reason why nobody makes money in trading is they can't click buy and sell when they need to, and that all comes down to your mental and emotional aspect of the game. Learning how to trade is like memorizing flashcards. It's not easy at all. It all boils down to your mental state at the end of the day.
De Paris n'importe quoi.
Next question, Patfield220 asks, what are your goals for 2018? That's an interesting question. I'm not exactly sure what my goals are in 2018. Honestly, it has nothing to do with finances or being successful. It really just boils down to being happy and making meaningful relationships. If I can figure that out, money and all that stuff is gonna come, okay? I'm sure you guys are like, I'm gonna make this amount of much money this year. I honestly don't give a flying fuck about how much money I make this year. All I care about, keeping a smile on this face, and everything else will fall into place. Zing. I just killed it. Sorry, guys.
Definitely in between the lanes. All these people.
Omar Hafi wants to know, when are you moving to LA and making your hub for Fous 4? I don't know. I was supposed to be moving there in February. It's like, what, January 16th right now? I'm filing for an extension to stay an additional potentially 90 days in Cape Town because I absolutely love it here. I'd rather be here than LA as of right now. So I'm no longer moving to LA, except day zero happens April 22nd. Cape Town's running out of water. So shit, I gotta figure out where to go. And that question is up in the air. Even if you need me. So. Fucking house, and there's plenty more like it all over Cape Town, South Africa. I don't know where it comes from, but there's houses like this all over the place. Welcome to Clifton. Bing! Why is this guy telling us to keep going? All right, we'll go. So. Don't mind us. All right, guys, so we just got to Camps Bay. Clearly, there's a lot of dough running around in this town. We got what appears to be a drug lord's house, but that is quite the amazing scenery. Epic views, lines set up here. We're about to go to Chinchilla, continue this Q&A, and get some food. right, guys, moving on. We are now at Chinchilla waiting for our food, but the next question is by, I don't know what that says. Do you or have you ever traded Forex? The answer to that is no effing way. There are some people that actually trade Forex out there. For the most part, it's all MLM bullshit. So if you get approached by anybody asking to trade Forex, make sure it's not multi-level marketing and they're actually trading, because it's all bullshit for the most part. Swole as Shet asked, what nutrition supplements can't you live without when you travel, and how do you stay stocked up? To be honest, I don't use any nutritional supplements whatsoever. I drink some protein shakes if they got it available and wherever I'm traveling, but overall, I'm all natural, stick to a paleo, or in Cape Town, they call it Banting diet. Maddie, 2317 asks, when you said that it took you 3 years before you actually started becoming profitable from day trading, what kept you going and kept you inspired during the hard times? Well, first of all, I was in college, so it didn't really matter if I lost any money. I was getting some help from my parents at the time to kind of stay afloat. I was getting child support from my dad. It didn't really matter. I was still just in college drinking $1.50. But what kept me going was I was very devoted and inspired. I knew I had what it takes to be a day trader, but I just wasn't committing to myself fully. During that time, I was spending most of my days partying 5 days a week in college. So for me, it was more so knowing and having the confidence that I knew I could do it if I really set my time and dedicated myself to it. So it really just boiled down to confidence in saying that I was able to do this. Next question is from Arden Parocco. This is a great question. Do you feel fulfilled by day trading alone? Or do you find that most of your fulfillment from teaching others or your YouTube social media presence? Because personally, I don't think I would feel professionally fulfilled if I started day trading full time without doing anything else in addition. And this is 100% true. I'm not fulfilled fully by just day trading alone. Some people are out there that actually only day trade full time. I don't day trade full time. I do YouTube, I run a business, I'm working on another business, I travel vlog, I do a bunch of other stuff, okay? So for me, I literally only day trade for 30 to 90 minutes per day. There's obviously study, research that goes on outside of that. To get to that level, it took me years of hard work where I was solely day trading basically to get to a level where I can only have to day trade 90 minutes maximum per day. But no, I am not fulfilled by being a day trader alone. I get a lot more fulfillment from teaching or creating content and traveling the world. Raul Choud Harry 21 says, what do you think about market profile? I don't know what the fuck that means. J-Easy7, are you really from Oregon? Yes, 100% fact. I'm from Eugene, Oregon. It's a shithole of a city. I grew up there for about 20 years. The only reason I ever stepped foot back there, because I still got family and friends. If I didn't, I'd never go back. The Randler asks, do you have any plans to expand outside of day trading and selling day trading programs in any way? Example, buying, leasing real estate, starting a new business, doing small business consultations, etc. Yes, I do definitely plan on expanding outside of day trading. One of the greatest things about becoming a day trader after you've been doing it for a while is the amount of time and freedom it allows you. So obviously I have Fous for Trading, which is a full-time business that I run, and marketing, social media, YouTube. This is all stuff outside of day trading. There's a lot of other things that I'm interested in. For example, we're starting a new company called Iconic.com, which we're gonna do a separate video to explain to you guys what that is, but that's kind of where my life is leading towards, is starting this other business. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I already had one failed startup in 2017. We'll see where it goes. Get a smoothie, dog. So now we are at Kauai, naturally getting smoothies. Next question on the list is, what countries are next on your list? Well, we were about to go to Brazil at the end of this month, but I realized I needed a visa. It's the only country I've been to so far in my entire life where I actually needed a visa, so those plans are scrapped as of right now. Like I said before, I'm filing for an extension in Cape Town because I absolutely love it here. I still want to go to Iceland. I haven't been there, so we'll see what happens once I'm done with Cape Town. Next question is, Demetrius Cole asks, what is the biggest challenge in becoming a day trader? I'd say the biggest challenge in becoming a day trader is overcoming the fear that happens when you're actually learning how to day trade. So most people think it's just all technical or knowledge, but really the fact about actually becoming a profitable day trader is learning how to control your emotions. So it took me 3 years to be able to do that, and that's definitely the biggest challenge in becoming a day trader. should I give up? We're at Clifton Beach, bro. That's where it goes down in the DM. All right, guys, next, oh shit. Next question by Anthony Pais. He asks, if you could go back in time, what advice would you give your 18-year-old self? Shit, that is a good question. But I would have to say, stop trying to do everything on your own. Whatever it is you're trying to do, whether it be day trading, that's why I failed for 3 years, because I didn't reach out for any help anywhere. I just tried to wing it, do it on my own. And I've made so many mistakes in my life. I could be so much farther ahead if whatever goal I had to achieve or wanted to achieve, I actually found people that had already achieved that goal, and then I seek their help for myself so I could actually achieve it. So if I could go back, it would definitely be find a mentor in whatever space that I was going for and reach out to them for help and learn how they did it. Positive Jim Pips asks, what are the most affordable countries you have been to in terms of accommodations, food, recreational and activities? Obviously Thailand, Bali, probably the most cheap, affordable places to go to. You can definitely get the best villas in Thailand and Bali for the best prices. Thailand, we spent $5,000 for the month to have these amazing places, but you can go somewhere like here in Cape Town, South Africa. $5,000 for the month is not going to get you very far as the places. If you look at any of these houses up on this hillside in Clifton, you wouldn't expect it, but these are millions and millions of dollars of houses, and so there's a lot of money here. It's crazy. The real estate is pretty expensive here. Going out to eat in Cape Town is extremely cheap. I can go out and eat filet mignon every night for about $12 to $15 and have really great drinks, really great meals. As far as food, is probably one of my favorite and cheapest cities to go to. Lisbon, Portugal, mediocre, a little bit more expensive, but I mean, even just going back to LA earlier this year for 4 days, I was mind blown at how much money I was spending on food. So I'm really enjoying spending my time in other countries. Watch out. Living a lot cheaper abroad. So I really have no desire to go home at the moment. Next question, Demetrius.Cole. What was your major in college and do you regret it? Yes, 100% I regret it. I went to school for business finance. I wanted to be a stockbroker or investment banker when I was going to school. And so obviously I took the path of business finance. I didn't learn a goddamn thing other than how to become a functional alcoholic. So I really didn't learn anything. If I could go back, I would definitely wish I would have majored in either computer science, learn how to code, learn how to build websites, learn how to build apps, programs, or whatever. Either that or gone into internet marketing so I could actually learn a lot more about the aspect in social psychology of making sales and interacting with people via social media. Yusuf Lawson asked, how did it feel when you made your first $10,000? I don't really know what the actual question is here, but the first $10,000 trade I made was one of the best feelings in the world. I just kept sitting there looking at go from a $1,000 trade to a $2,000 trade. Next thing it was $5,000, $6,000. Next thing it was $10,000 on that trade, and that was definitely one of the best feelings ever. The biggest month I ever had was $70,000. That was mind-blowing. I was literally on cloud 9, just like, what? Nothing can stop me here. So that was one of the coolest feelings I ever had, was having a $70,000 month. That's when I went out and bought my Maserati Gran Turismo MC Sportline, brought my dream car that month as well. So I had my biggest month of trading. That was one of the best months of my life. So yeah, felt pretty cool. Are we just cruising back now or what? Fucking hot as balls. The balls are hot. Yo, dog.
I have a question.
What's up?
So what is that thing it's doing?
That thing is mining for gold diggers. That's what I'm looking for. I want to date a gold digger.
How about the sexy mama?
Actually, she's a sexy mom and she's with the wrong penis. That's what I translate that into. Yo, what's up, dude? Oh shit, we're still going. All right, hold on. Food's here. Our juice is here. We gotta get our juice. Let's go. See the juice guy. He's here. Hey, what's going on, man? Thank you, sir. Pre-trading nutrition. Flat white with almond milk and the green juice. Can I get a free lesson in shorting stocks? No, you can't. I don't do stuff for free. Ferg 6.7 asks, not sure if you ever answered this before. I am a new follower or subscriber of yours, but what is your opinion on cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is a whole new ball game hitting the streets, the new kid on the block. It's the Wild West, there's no regulations. It's been going buck wild. I don't really know what the future it is. Blockchain is definitely something that's gonna be sticking around for the future. As far as me dabbling in it, I don't really know yet. Bitcoin, I think, is about to drop below 10,000. At that point, I might consider dabbling in some Bitcoin. It's definitely a bubble. It's starting to burst a little bit now. I would still like to see, some more panic and fear. Once I see something in the news about some guy jumping out the window because he lost everything on Bitcoin, that's when I know when it's time to buy. Even though it's a little fucked up to say, I want to see blood on the streets, as they call it, before I would consider getting into the Bitcoins. Can you share some of the success stories of your students? Where they started, where they're at now? What are their success stories? Also, who is your personal inspiration? What legacy drives you? One of our best success stories is Michael Spinoza. He's our top student. He's now also one of the mentor teachers. Big Mike up in the house. Super cool guy. He came into our chat room, almost 2-3 years ago, was crushing it. Me and Robert flew out to New York, met him in person, said, yo bro, we want you to be part of the team. He said yes, and definitely want to be a part of it. And now he actually runs the mentor classes and runs Fous for Live with me every day. He is absolutely crushing it. He's obsessed with the game of day trading. Just bought a brand new Maserati Gran Turismo, which was also my dream car growing up as a day trader. So Big Mike, you'll see a lot of him if you join our trading program. Next question. Jamie Morales 0407 asked, you ever planning on having a family? Maybe one day, I don't know. Me and Norbert actually talked about this. Norbert's 24, I'm 33. When I was 24 and you asked me what I would be doing at 33, I would most definitely would have said, I'll probably have a family, like a house, a dog, doing all that stuff. But at 33 now, I have zero desire to have a family, no desire to have a kid running around right now. I'm traveling the world in Cape Town, doing whatever I want, when I want. And if I had a kid or a dog, I want to be able to do that. So someday, definitely, I do want to, have a legacy, have children, 2 little boys. I would love to have that in my life someday, but as of right now, that is not even in the whatever near sight of my vision going forward. Who is my inspiration? I listen to a lot of podcasts. Gary Vee has been a big inspiration in my life. It's almost cliche to say that now because he's all over the place and a lot of people have been listening to him, but I've been listening to him for the last couple of years, so I've definitely changed the direction of my life after listening to what he says. Just about, you get one shot at this life. If you're not happy doing what you're doing, then why the fuck are you wasting your time doing that? So I've obviously made a lot of changes in the last year and a half, and I can thank Gary Vee for that inspiration. Wes Shuley said, have you given yourself a life goal? If so, what is it? Just be happy, bro. Happy is the new rich. What is the next question here? Harry Chagger asked, sir, when are you giving away the announcement? I've entered in this giveaway. Hope I win it. I'm badly in need of guidance. Harry Chagger, you are disqualified for commenting 6 times on my Instagram asking if you won. Sorry, brother. Last question is by Marco Taining. Actually, it's not the last question. I still have a couple more. Can you day trade by only using a laptop? What do you suggest the minimalist equipment to day trade while traveling? Obviously, I have this ridiculous setup that I have here. 27-inch monitor. If you already watched the day trading video I just posted, last one, you can definitely only trade with a laptop. 100% doable. You just have to get used to doing that. You're definitely gonna have to have a lot of stuff come back or be really good at alt tabbing through a lot of different windows very quickly. But I definitely suggest at least having one external monitor, just like the Asus MB16 AC that I have over here. I definitely suggest at least one external monitor. I actually have some Facebook questions to answer. I got Serban from Romania, my bro Norbert also met him. He asked a question. How do you adapt to changes? Traveling a lot involves constant change of environment, people, hours, places, etc. I'm very rooted in my hometown and I find it very challenging. Even the thought of moving to another city gives me the chills. Even though I really want to do that, how did you manage to embrace the change and cope with it? I know that you are now used to it, but before this. It's been interesting. I've actually moved a lot in my life. First started when I moved to Oregon State, out of Eugene, Oregon. Thank God I did that because I was gonna go to University of Oregon. And if I did go to University of Oregon, who knows, I might be stuck in that shithole of a town still to this day. So I was forced to go to Oregon State because I did not get accepted into the University of Oregon because I had a shit GPA and I wrote a letter and apparently they did not like it. But I really don't care because fuck Oregon, all right? I like California a lot better. But then I went to Boise, Idaho. Idaho. And then I went to San Diego. And then I sold everything and I traveled the world. Now I'm in Cape Town. You kind of get used to it, and I actually enjoy traveling a lot. It was a little bit difficult when you're bouncing just from spot to spot, week after week. You don't meet a lot of people because you're moving so much. So it's been cool to stick around here in Cape Town for a while. For the last 2.5 months, this is the longest I've stayed in a place for almost a year. The first place that I've been to that's actually livable longer than a month. So it really just depends. As long as you're with somebody that you care about. I was obviously traveling with my ex-girlfriend for the most part. I was happy and content for most of the time because I had someone that I cared about that I was traveling with. So it always makes it a lot easier if you're traveling a lot, if you're with someone that you care about. If you're by yourself, that makes it a whole new ball game because you're like, shit, now I'm in this town. Like when I broke up with my girlfriend and then I was in Cape Town, I was like, shit, I don't know anybody. That was definitely outside of my comfort zone, but it was also a good growing experience being able to just be forced to go make shit happen. So loving it in Cape Town. Anyways, guys, that is a wrap for the Q&A with the Fous. Hopefully you guys learn a little bit more about me. I gotta get to trading. The clock is ticking. We're open in 28 minutes here and the market open is 4:30 p.m. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. I gotta drink my juice. I love juice. Love juice.
Toi tu m'enverras mon CD.